Sun Devils in their white uniforms, women of Troy in their Cardinals. Brenda Pantoja, Michael Price, and Alicia Murray are officials this afternoon. Final day of the regular season in the Pac-12. Tip is controlled by the women of Troy, and here's Kayla Padilla, the sharpshooter, transfer from the Ivy League. Underneath is Marshall, and she gets going just where she left off on Thursday night. Tristan Chris going to run the offense here for the Arizona State Sun Devils. Picked up by Padilla, the transfer from Penn. Here's Ice Brown with it. Now Sosa, the Brazilian native. Sosa gets it right back. Pulls up for three from the elbow and knocks it down. So the graduate senior on senior day gets the first bucket here for the Sun Devils.
And already Coach Adair's decision to start Sosa is paying dividends. A much better score at that high post area that's going to be open against USC.
Caitlin Davis whips it underneath. Marshall at the doorstep. No, but there's going to be a whistle and a foul. Picked up her 29th career double-double on Thursday night. Lindsey Gottlieb saying we needed her to be a beast, and she was. It's been sort of an up-and-down season for Rayah, but when she's playing like she played on Thursday, which we've seen throughout her career, it makes this Trojan team even tougher.
I called the game with Rayah Marshall against Oregon State last year where she had 36 and 17. She has the capability, and I know that this coaching staff from USC would love to see that more consistently.
Kick ball against USC. Try to go screen roll. Brown picked up by Forbes on the switch. Shot clock down to 7. Sosa. She's got the only field goal of the game so far for Arizona State. Here's Brown from the elbow. Long rebound tip right back to the hands of Brown. And off balance there. Can't get it to go. And maybe limping a little bit as she tries to get back defensively. Numbers here for SC. Watkins dancing with it. Trying to attack against Simmons. Gets in deep. Absorbs the contact and the bucket.
And just a look on her face. This is a routine move by JuJu Watkins. But one of the things that makes Watkins so special is her ability to finish with contact. Already, just a freshman, she has a pro-style body already. You can see she absorbs that contact from Sousa and finishes.
You see the points per game, 28 points, second in the nation behind Caitlin Clark. But you're looking at a player who's in conversation for National Freshman of the Year, Pac-12 Freshman of the Year, Pac-12 Player of the Year as well, in just her first season on campus.
It's incredible the consistency that Watkins has had from day one with the USC Trojans, has had an impact on this roster, and it's just such a fun player to watch.
Here's Ice, and Marshall not having it. The denial there by Rayah Marshall, one of the top shot blockers in the nation. Here's Watkins in transition. Let's skip out to Marshall. Taylor Bigby will be checking in next time we have a stoppage for the women of Troy. Watkins for three. Nothing but net.
And if you go behind the screen on JuJu Watkins, she's going to take whatever the defense gives her.
And they've done a great job here on this end as well defensively. Here's Miller with it. Bounce pass underneath. Thompson, who just checked in, tries to go with the up and under and gets the whistle. Like, that's no small feat.
Well, the points per possession and per game, like, it's almost 1 point per minute that she's on the floor, which is pretty remarkable to see the consistency. You know that JuJu Watkins is the top of every team scouting report, and yet she's still able to do some remarkable things.
1 point per minute. How's that for impact? Here's Watkins between the circles. That one a little long. In there is Kayla Williams skying for the board, and she got fouled from behind by Chris.
There's Kayla Williams coming in off the bench for USC.
And Williams, the transfer from UC Irvine, she shredded the Big West Conference and has had to find her role here with the women of Troy, but has done a great job of that. Coming off a season high in minutes against Arizona on Thursday. Here's Forbes, just three on the shot clock. Bigby to beat it, short, and look out. Ice going up high for the board, and this foul will be charged to SC. Caitlin Davis. Simmons picked up by the aforementioned Williams. Here's Bigby now with the task of guarding Brown. Over to Chris.
Well, Arizona State already low in the shot clock, and they don't even have a good look yet.
Bounce pass. Thompson. JuJu says, get that out of here. Watkins with the rejection. Here's Watkins in transition. Lob underneath. Marshall off glass. First quarter action here in Tempe. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Simmons pulls up. That one grazes front rim. Another rebound here for Watkins. USC with numbers. JuJu under control in the paint. Splits the D off glass, the hoop, and the horn.
One of the things that Coach Beth Burns showed us was JuJu Watkins' strength with the ball in her hands and ability to finish with contact. We saw the play go, a phenomenal defensive effort. Here she comes over from help side, swats this ball and converts defense into offense, gets the ball in her hands, and then just watch off the dribble, such an easy pass to Rayah Marshall running the floor.
There was a play similar to that early in the Arizona game when JuJu and Marshall both there were converging on a block shot. That looked like a little bit of deja vu if you're a USC fan.
Right now, USC in their full court pressure.
Brown, nice move. Brown knifing down the lane.
It's one of the first openings that Brown has seen all day. USC's half-court offense has been half-court defense has been very aggressive and disruptive.
Thompson coming in there trying to get the tie up. Here's the kick out to Biggie. Williams sees a crease, tries to take advantage. Wild off the glass, and the rebound kicked out of bounds. They say last touch, USC.
Arizona State, hopefully they can get out in transition, try to get a little bit of early offense going.
Kayla Padilla in to replace Kayla Williams for Lindsey Gottlieb's Trojans. Chris picked up by Davis on the switch. Stops, pops, baseline, Jay, a thing of beauty.
That's exactly what we need to see. Tristan Chris was showing us what she can do in practice yesterday. Phenomenal off the dribble, and her mid-range game is pretty active.
Left-hand jump hook there. Davis, no. Marshall, the offensive rebound, and right back up off the glass.
Excellent job by Rayah Marshall. Would love to see Arizona State's post players set better screens here in their half-court offense.
Oh, nice move there by Simmons. Padilla taking her time with it. Looks over to Watkins right in front of Coach A there. Watkins goes screen roll with Marshall. Splits the D. Watkins.
Beautiful. Nice Euro move.
Double figures now for JuJu. She's got 11. Corner three from Chris. And that shreds the nets. Big shot for Arizona State.
We see her family in the stands, and it was so nice to see all the seniors get their roses, if you will, in the lineup. But despite the seniors that were honored today, Arizona State's being led by their underclassmen right now.
Here's Journey Thompson now at the foul line. Another one of those underclassmen, just a sophomore, 6'3", forward out of Pennsylvania.
Great to see her development over the course of this season as well.
Thompson, the leading rebounder on this Arizona State team. Gets the foul shot there. 18-14. Just underway here in the second quarter in Tempe. Watkins, freshman on senior here. She attacks Simmons, and it'll be a jump ball. Jaden Simmons gets her hands on the ball there and forces it.
Great on-ball pressure by Jaden Simmons. Moved her feet, stayed in front of JuJu Watkins, and a nice job of grabbing the ball before Watkins was able to get up into her shot.
Tall order for anyone trying to guard JuJu. Here's Davis leaking straight to the cup. Here's a nice pitch ahead. Thompson attacking left hand, won't go.
I like Arizona State getting out in transition. That's when they're at their best.
There's another turnover by USC. Watkins lost the handle. Chris on the run. Can't get that to go. And back comes USC the other way. 1-on-3 here for JuJu. The hesitation. And she's going to get the whistle in the foul.
And as always, playing under a lot of control, ability to finish with contact, and an ability to finish over great defense. There's been a lot of defenders doing a great job defensively. She just has better offense.
85% foul shooter on the season. Knows how to earn her money at that stripe. Top of the key, Brown lines it up for three. Short. Back comes the women of Troy. JuJu in transition. Regains the handle. Oh, what a find. Akunwafu wide open underneath.
It all was on display there. Defenders were reaching in, deflecting the ball.
Simmons. And this one deflected out of bounds. They say last touch. Sundown. Got to settle in the
Yeah, you would love to have a deeper rotation and to be able to go into that rotation. But credit to those three players. They're in phenomenal shape. You don't seem to see them ever look like they are tired.
Here's Novosel, the walk-on transfer from St. Francis in Pennsylvania. Toure with it. Top of the key, Crisp straightaway three. Rayah Crisp. That shot's been falling for today.
And then kicking out for Chris, who deep off of the three-point line was ready to shoot.
That ends a 9-0 USC run. Offensive rebound here, woman of Troy. Bigby lines up for three. Crisp. Still with it. Rayah Crisp draws the foul against Samuels. That's going to be her second. Sosa returns for the Sun Devils to replace Toure. As Crisp gets the first free throw. Attitude, her steadiness, her confidence, and one of the building blocks of this program, considering she's a local product from right here in Goodyear, Arizona. They look for the lob underneath to Marshall. Errant pass goes right into the cheerleaders. Lindsey Gottlieb came over from the Cleveland Cavaliers where she was an assistant. And nice hezzy there by Brown. In the corner, three-pointer won't go there for Padilla. Marshall kicks it right back out to her, but here's Watkins. They'll run some offense.
Arizona State must box Rayah Marshall off. Keep her off those own boards.
Watkins gets to her spot.
USC is one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the conference. Arizona State must box out.
Transition three there for Brown.
Arizona State
Devils back within 8, Angela.
Arizona State definitely at their best when they're in transition. There's a lot on the line today on the final day of the regular season in the Pac-12 conference, and the Pac-12 is constituted as we currently are familiar with. USC wants to hold on to that number 2 seed for sure.
It's Marshall. The spin.
Nice.
Kick out. Wide open is Williams for three, and she drills it.
Beautiful play by Rayah Marshall. Got the ball in the low block and immediately turned and saw wide open.
Crisp. Sosa left open for three. Can't answer. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Simmons. It'll be USC basketball.
USC TV. Like every matchup from day one is going to be intense. These teams are familiar with one another. From 1 to 12, anything can happen. And I don't really know. Any of these teams, at least 6 or 7 teams, have the ability to go on a run to win the conference tournament.
We saw Washington State last year on day one go all the way and run the table, right? So here's the pitch ahead to Crisp. Has Davis on her heels. Crisp on the attack. No, gets it right back, but swatted there by Marshall.
What a nightmare if you're Crisp. You take the ball to the rim, get one block, you grab the offensive rebound, and then here comes Rayah Marshall out of nowhere to get another block. Such an intimidating front line for USC.
We see that, and it's a huge part of her game, the shot blocking ability. But she's taken even a greater step defensively this year. She's no longer just a shot blocker.
The coaches talk about her leadership on the defensive end. She's a much more vocal leader defensively, letting people know what's happening behind them for the guards, understanding how to play the pick and roll, and not just focusing on shot blocking, but focusing on really closing out the defensive possession.
McColo in there for the Women of Troy as well. Underneath, there's Marshall. Didn't know where she was, but finishes as she follows her own. Lindsey Gottlieb imploring her team from the sideline defensively. Here's Miller. Tries her handed three. Won't go. Rebounds off to Watkins. JuJu in transition. About 5 seconds differentiate the shot clock from the game clock. Watkins against Brown, two of the more talented scorers in this league. Here's Williams now, looking to set something up. 6 on the shot clock, goes back to Watkins, the jab, the three, no. And Arizona State will have 7 seconds left to get the final shot up. Coming up, presented by Walt Disney World Resorts. Got a great feature on JuJu Watkins. Here's Simmons in transition. Simmons sent away there by Marshall. And that's how we'll end this first half. Rayah Marshall with her 3rd block. Welcome back to Pac-12 women's basketball. Start of the second half. Arizona State will inbound it. Sideline out of bounds for Sean Haylock, Angela Taylor, our fantastic Pac-12 crew led by producer Tim Sullivan, director Ross Miller. on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Here's Jaylen Brown underneath. A nice dump off to Sosa. Coach Gottlieb referred to it how ASU wants to play an open game, right? A broken game, I believe is the words that she used. And they forced a turnover that last possession. Here's Simmons, the senior, who was honored prior to tip-off today. Nice slip there by Miller. Catches and left that one well short. Rebound Watkins. Speed dribbling to the front court. JuJu Watkins stops, kicks it out. Padilla wide open for three. Long. Davis fighting for the board with Sosa and comes away with it. Here's Forbes. Whips it over her head to Marshall. Free throw line, Jay. Too strong. Davis in there for another rebound. She back tips it to Marshall. Here's Marshall on the attack. She gets the English.
Credit Caitlin Davis for that play. Rayah Marshall doing a nice job finishing off the dribble with contact.
JuJu gets a lot of the headlines. Obviously, Rayah Marshall important to what these women of Troy do. Forbes has been phenomenal, but you could argue Caitlin Davis may be their most important player. Coach
Burns talked a lot about that with us in pregame warm-ups. Caitlin Davis does so much for this team. Defensively allows them to be a versatile team. She can guard big, she can guard smaller wings. And then offensively, see how she's crashing the board.
And there she was again coming up with that block. Here's Brown with 8, working against Watkins. Kicks it out Sosa, fall away, can't get the bounce. Rebound corralled there in the corner by Rayah Marshall. Marshall now with 12 boards. She's got a double-double, the 30th of her career.
Sosa rushed that shot a little bit. There's plenty of space.
And Padilla quickly for the layup. That draws a quick timeout from Coach Adair. 15-point lead for the women of Troy. Pac-12 women's basketball presented by Clean Simple Eats. Trying to wrap up the number 2 seed in next week's tournament. Remember, the top 4 seeds get a bye. So they'll be playing on Thursday. The remaining teams begin their tournament Wednesday at noon. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on Pac-12 Network. On baseline, Davis the reverse. Caitlin Davis.
Nice job. Having a big that can face up on the baseline, put the ball on the floor, and shoot a reverse layup. That's special.
Playing some of her best basketball of the year at the right time. She's battled injuries this season. Beth Burns sharing with us she's such a rhythm player, and so that kind of hurt her being in and out of the lineup with those injuries as Magaliko gets the bucket right at the 10.
Nice job by Sandra Magaliko. Did a great job with that on-ball screen and a roll.
Watkins with the fall away.
You're Jaden Simmons. There's nothing you could do. That was great defense and a nice closeout and contest. JuJu Watkins was just better on that play.
First bucket of the second half for Watkins. She's got 17, and you could argue the difference here in this game. Trojans by 17. JuJu with the steal. Watkins on the run out. Takes her time with it, lays it up and in.
This is one aspect of her game that can continue to improve. You can tell she's committed to the defensive end, has the ability to get steals and take charges. You got to love that if you're the USC coaching staff. The on-ball pressure by JuJu Watkins, your best player committed to the defensive end, is pretty special. Nice job on ball with Tristan Chris, getting that steal, using the length to get that steal, and then coming back, sliding her feet and getting in front of the offensive player to create a charge.
I mean, she's every bit of 6'2", and a guard. Nice back door. What a find there by Padilla. JuJu now with 21 points on the afternoon. She scored 6 straight here for USC. Largest lead of the day for the Trojans. Magaliko against Marshall. Tough shot. And Marshall there to clean it up. She's got 13 boards now. And deflected out of bounds to be USC basketball.
Miller will be better for it. This is a great front court that she's playing today at USC.
A player that has a lot of promise. Coaching staff very high on her. Padilla's 3 goes in and out. Miller there for the board.
That's Padilla's spot right there.
SC reversely shooting at 44%. Rayah Marshall with half of those 8 blocks on the afternoon. Talk about playing some of her best basketball at the right time, and Simmons gets the bucket there. Rayah Marshall starting to tune things up.
A nice drive by Jaden Simmons.
JuJu can't get the layup, but Akinwafo is there for the bucket.
Akinwafo is the one player that they have with a lot of size outside of Marshall, so it's nice to see her come in right off the bench, go to the offensive glass.
Mallory Miller steps into a jumper, has that one rim out. Miller still looking for her first scratch today. She's 0-6 now from the field.
The pace has slowed down, Rashawn, here in the second half. USC being more deliberate and getting into their half-court offense.
Watkins. Forbes to set the high screen. They double her, so she kicks it out. Forbes steps into the J and gets her first bucket today.
Nice shot by Watkins on that. Drew two defenders, which left space for that open look.
Simmons got behind everybody, but couldn't get it right at the 10.
Simmons a little frustrated. I'm missing that open layup.
JuJu missed that one badly and out of bounds.
A little bit fatigued. I would love to see her continue to execute the offense. She'll be able to get that open look or a pull-up jumper later on in the offense.
See Watkins there on the bench. Darius going to pick up Chris here full court. Brown. Quiet afternoon for her. Magaliko. Brown to 7 points. She averages 20 in conference play. Chris, meanwhile.
Nice. That was a beautiful step-back move. Did a great job. A hard drive to the right. Nice step-back, creating space for the open jumper for Chris.
First bucket of the half for Chris. She's got 18 now. And that shot has looked really good this weekend. Rebound loose. Ball tipped by Sosa into the hands of Chris. Novosel running the wing, thought about the three, gets it right back out to Chris. And you see some of the building blocks, some of the pieces Coach Adair has to work with. It makes you believe the future's pretty bright here in Tempe. Nice pass underneath Magaliko.
I love
Sosa will find you.
Sosa is definitely going to find you. Talk about Sosa's high basketball IQ. Magaliko plays with 110% energy when she comes on the floor. Nice hard cut to the rim. Nice find by Sosa.
She's had a career plagued by injuries, but good to have her in the lineup for Coach Adair.
Again, USC settling for the three-point shot quite a bit here in the third quarter.
Shot clock dark here, so Chris and the Sun Devils with an opportunity to take the final shot of the frame. Brown, left-hand dribble, gets around the paint. The little scoop, the nifty move over her head. Jaylen Brown able to get it.
That is one of the reasons they call her Ice.
Forbes can't get the jumper. Rebound tipped. The final quarter of this regular season. 10 minutes away from Vegas. Both of these teams are. It's USC looking to lock up the number 2 seed, up 55-39 over Arizona State. Davis catches at the elbow. Sun Devils ended that quarter on a 7-0 run. SC hasn't hit a bucket in 2+ minutes, and that drought continues as Bigby gets the miss there. Rebound Novosel.
Well, the catalyst for that 7-0 run by Arizona State was the fact that USC continued to take a lot of long jumpers, which are leading to some runouts and transition opportunities for Arizona State.
It's Natalie Novosel. Over to Chris. She's had the hot hand today for the Sun Devils. Brown. Picked up by Davis on the switch. Just 4 to shoot. Novosel. Now Sosa, a long three. She got it. The senior from Brazil on senior day with the long triple.
Buckets. Isadora Sosa is known for that. There's several games in which she's hit buzzer beaters or distance threes. If you need to get somebody the ball as the clock's winding down, get it to Isadora Sosa.
Bigby tries to answer, can't do so. Rebound secured by Sosa. This is a player who's battled injuries, didn't even know if she'd be able to play this year. There's a beautiful article written by Jayla French, one of the fine students here at Arizona State, in the Cronkite News about Sosa and her journey. Wants to go back to Brazil to be a coach there and give young ladies the opportunity that she had coming over here to the States to get a free education and play hoop. Davis goes high, low. Marshall underneath, can't get it. Marshall now 30 career double-doubles. 5 in her last 8 games with her efforts here today. You see Lindsey Gottlieb talking to her backcourt of Padilla and JuJu Watkins. So Marshall cashes in. The lead is back to 15 for USC. Chris lost the handle, stayed with it. Magaliko, the offensive rebound, off balance, falling away. Sun Devils not going down without a fight. SC trying to secure the number 2 seed, and there's Padilla with the beautiful kiss.
Nice footwork by Kayla Padilla. Nice step through move, step back, creating space. A little Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki on that follow through.
Second field goal of the game for Padilla, the transfer from Penn. Brown, long 2.
Brown did a really nice job, was patient using that Magaliko screen. Magaliko set a great screen and created space for the step back pull up.
Watkins tried to step through, finds the offensive rebound though, however. Forbes. Back over to Watkins.
A lot of standing around by USC. Their offense isn't fluid as it was in the first half.
Watkins on the ISO, and she gets to the cup.
Nice win. You have a Watkins that can bail you out. Again, USC's half-court offense has been a little bit stagnant here in the second half.
Sosa, the nice move, and Sosa gets to the cup.
Nice hesitation move by Sosa. Got Rayah Marshall up out of her defensive stance and created a space that she needed to be able to finish at the rim.
Sosa now with 9, the former junior college All-American. Davis. Marshall had good positioning. They couldn't find it.
Sosa's helping off of the high post.
Forbes, the runner off glass. And that's another threat that this SC offense has, Mackenzie Forbes. She can get going in a hurry. Here's Magaliko against Marshall, and she got that one up and high over the outstretched arm of the tenacious Trojan shot blocker.
And that offense opportunity was created by Magaliko running the floor with aggression. She sprinted her lane, was one-on-one on the low block.
Approaching 4 to play here. JuJu with the jab step. Double team comes, she spins out of it. She'll try a 3. Rebound tipped around. Davis still fighting for it. Caitlin Davis able to get the rebound, and she draws the foul.
And the poise that Maya Moore played the game with. And then Diana Taurasi, just the presence. As soon as Diana stepped on the floor, the presence that she had and how she made all of her teammates better.
Here's JuJu on the seal underneath. She gets the bucket and the foul.
Again, at 6'2", understanding the play. Jada Simmons had a mismatch in size, but knows exactly where to get to on her spots on the floor and the ability to finish with contact.
Made a lot of adjustments in her college career. It's really been a team effort. And Brown get into the cup.
What can Brown do for you? Again, you see how fearless Brown is attacking the paint. There are 3 defenders there, but she didn't mind it. She knows she can go ahead and finish with contact in traffic.
Lindsey Gottlieb looking to make a line change next time we have a stoppage. 16-point lead here for USC. Davis. Bounce pass out to Padilla. Approaching 2.5 left in this one. Marshall going to work. The fall away in the lane. Oh, that was a thing of beauty from Rayah Marshall.
But she knows she can be a dominant player, and they're going to need to see that more often.
We can be a little California fool at times.
Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. I think you said it's not new to you, right?
68-50 our score as Brown knifes into that with the jumper. On the floor now for USC, Big B Samuels, Darius McColo, and Akunwafo as Lindsey Gottlieb has taken all of her starters out. 90 seconds left in this one. Here's Darius, the transfer from UCLA. Picked up by Chris. Trojans Just seconds away now from clinching that number 2 seed in next week's tournament. As here's a steal from Brown. Brown on the run, the layup, no, won't go. But she'll be at the line to shoot 2. One of the most fascinating stories, maybe my favorite story of the weekend. She started playing basketball around 5th grade, and when she first laid the ball up, she finger rolled. It wasn't intentional, that was just the way it naturally came out. And ever since then, they were calling her ice. And she said, who was this? They're comparing me to this George guy from back in the day, from the ABA and the NBA, the Iceman, George Gervin. But that nickname from the DMV is stuck with her. And here she is now playing for Natasha Adair. They're reunited in a sense. Brown used to attend Coach Adair's camps when Coach Adair was at the University of Georgetown. Randy Major, our stage manager.
Yeah, phenomenal stage manager with some
Blake Neiman helping us out on stats. Our TD, Graham Carpenter, Michael May on audio, along with Kevin Sweet. Video, Kevin Sweet as well. Jason Cope on video of every party. Robert McGahee, our red hat. Amy Kelso, the unit manager. On camera, Garen Pierce, David Tellez, Cooper Lane, Thomas Rogers, Chris Green, and Dominique Duddleson. On utility, our PA, Mahir Sinhasan, Chase Compass, our EIC. Dominique Darius.
Thank you, folks. We got a great crew here at the Pac-12 Network, and one of the things that I know is we have our last regular season Pac-12 game here at Desert Financial Arena. Is women's basketball is in really good hands. The future is extremely bright as we look around this arena. A lot of women's basketball fans, a lot of fans, ASU football players, etc., that came out to see JuJu Watkins, and she was what everyone expects her to be, but the future is bright. There's a lot of talented players across the conference and across the country.
It's a block underneath by Akinwafo, but another foul called as Chris hits the deck. You see JuJu Watkins there. If you haven't caught it, on the USC YouTube page, phenomenal story about her and her family. She's from the Watts community of Los Angeles. Her great-grandfather, Ted Watkins, a pioneer in that community, along with her grandfather, Tim. But her great-granddad, Ted, started the Watts Labor Community Action Committee. Has done just some great, wonderful things. He got a park named after him in the city of Watts, so I encourage you all to check that out. It was something promoted by USC for Black History Month.
It's called Don't Move, Improve.
Don't Move, Improve. You know, some of you youngsters may think it started with Nipsey Hussle, but it didn't.